Hey, I'm Darren Terpstra. I'm the designer of Ignite. I'm going to be showing you guys the solo and co-op expansion for Ignite. So we'll be playing a solo mode, obviously. But yeah, let's jump into it. We'll be playing on the hard mode. So don't worry if this seems very difficult. There's also regular mode, intermediate, and easy below this. And if this looks easy for you, there's a couple of harder modes as well. So I'll be playing as the humans. Again, we're just playing with prototype copies. These will actually be miniatures that you insert daggers in the back in the final game. But we're just playing with cardboard components. I'll be playing as the humans. So I get to draw 7 cards instead of 6 each round. However, the first card I buy each turn, it costs 1 additional honor. So that's something that I have to remember, otherwise that'll be bad. So, drew my first 7 cards. This is probably not the best way to do this because I only got 2 marks. So I'm going to go 1, 2. Actually, I'm just going to go 1. And then I'm going to use the 4 to buy a pocket change. So that comes in here, that goes there. Now we're going to see what they do. So we're going to draw a power card. Oh, great. Swift of foot, so all enemies get +2 movement. So we're going to roll to see what enemies come out. It is the first round, so good. On a 5, nothing comes out. And actually, this has a reshuffle icons on it, so next round that'll get reshuffled and we'll just start over for this deck. So, no harm, no foul there. I've got 5 here, so I'm going to shuffle this and draw 2. Nice to get a free round to begin with, because sometimes you do get one coming at you right off the bat. So I need 2 of these to go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I'm going to move 3. 1, 2, 3. And I've got 2 left. Nothing really I can do with it, so that's not the best draw in the world. This gets shuffled in, so let's give this a shuffle. There's only a couple in here that had the reshuffle icon, so it's funny that we got one the first round. So, yeah, there's that. Flipping this. Alright, massive blizzards. Players' units must have 2 movement to move 1 space. Non-optimal. I could use a divine favor token. In the actual game, they will be a divine favor token. In this case, we're just playing with pennies. I don't think I want to burn it yet on a massive blizzard because I can still do things like buy. So flipping over this one, and let's see what we get hit with. 6 and a 6. That is a 6, yes. Okay. So 6 is green. 6 is a poison sword guy, and he's coming out on 6. So he then moves. He moves 2 spaces. All of this information is on their enemy cards. I just have everything memorized because, you know, creator of the game sort of thing. So they're going to move 2. The way that they move is they move towards the diagonal line coming from the closest unit. So in this case, he's trying to get to like here. So he's going to move 1, 2. When he hits the lava and snow area, he's actually going to take the shortest path around it because they avoid both of those. So that's him. Done all that. Let's see what the next turn brings. So I've got 6 here, which means I need to shuffle and draw 1. And again, remember Massive Blizzard, it takes 2 movement to move 1 space for this round, which again, not great. Alright, so I can move 1 space, or I could just spend all of this. I can trash the pocket change into the trash. I'm going to make the trash pile over here for 4, and then I've got 5 here. So I've got 8, 9, but 8 essentially to spend. So I'm actually going to just buy a javelin and not move at all because I can't get in there and the massive blizzard will end at the end of this turn. So that's good. I now have a javelin, range 1 to 2, plus it's 3 economy. So that's a great card to have in here, especially as the humans, because you start off a little bit slow with your economy, but you get rolling after a little bit. Hardened. Enemies disregard all negative terrain effects. Cool. So not that big of a deal. 3 and a 9. So 3 is a purple. That's a hexed blade. And he jumps in at 9, so he's just going to run straight at me. This guy's going to go 1, 2 because he's disregarding negative terrain. Nothing too dire in this situation. And how many do I have here? I've got 6, so I need to draw 1. Let's hope that we can get into the bazaar so we can start getting rid of some stuff. This game is not going nearly as well as the last one was, but it's early. Now I feel like Rado, you know, where you just sort of like talk to yourself the entire time. I don't know, it's weird. Never done this before. I do have 2 movement. So, 1, 2, into the bazaar we go. Let's get rid of an old wooden shield because those are our 0 economy cards. It does leave us a little bit open if they get over here, but we're just gonna really hope that they don't get over here too quickly. So with that 3 and this 3, I have 6, which means I have 5 essentially to work with. I'm going to grab a weapons dealer, and I'm going to do that so that I can thin out my deck even more quickly as we go. So, flipping a new power card, it's ambush left, so they're actually going to come from this way. Not too bad, it could be worse. Let's see where they come in at, because that's going to be what's really important. They're going to come in at 4, and it's a 2, so it's going to be an orange. Ah, that sort of sucks. Okay, orange, he's going to actually pop in here because he's a bazaar guy. He's the bazaar guardian. So he comes in here, he doesn't attack us, but we can't use the bazaar this turn. Luckily, he is right there and I'm right there, so I can probably take him out this turn. Shouldn't be that big of a deal. But the fact that I can't use the bazaar is sort of a bummer. I need to remember to move these guys. So this guy's going to go like that. Actually, he's going to go there, which does require 2 movement because he no longer has the hardened ability. So, and again, this guy doesn't attack us. So now I have 7 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. I do have my weapons dealer that I just bought, which is a great pull because I can't use the bazaar. So I'm going to use the weapons dealer to sell an old wooden shield for 3. So that's 3. I'm then going to use my javelin that I used before to take out this guy. The reason I'm using a javelin is because in this mode, daggers actually only do a half point of damage. So it's not very advantageous to try and take things out with a dagger. So hitting him with a javelin, not even having to move with him, saves me a lot of cards in my hand to be able to work with. So I've got 3 from the old wooden shield, and I've got 4 from here, which means I have 6 to work with. I don't really want to go bow strategy. That's not going to do very well. I could do an ice wall. And I'm going to get a metal shield. So this will protect me when they get to me, as long as it's in my hand. Also, it has 2 economic value. I could do an ice wall right now, but the ice wall has 0 economic value, and I'm trying to get up to a crystal shard. I'll explain that when I get there. Alright, so let's see what happens next. Swift of foot, all enemies get +2 movement. Oh, that is not good. I'm going to use a divine favor token to make that null and void, because if he did that, it would go 1, 2, 1, 2, and then they'd be right there. I've trashed. I probably would have a wooden shield, actually. Maybe I won't divine intervention that. I'm going to see what my hand is first, because I can technically do that. So, grab this. Let's see if I can block it. Okay, I do have an old wooden shield, so I would be okay. We're gonna play it risky. We're gonna play it risky, and we're gonna see what happens. All right, so let's see who and where. That one didn't really roll well. 13 on 4. So 4 is another green guy. It's just 1, and he's going to come in at 4, so he's here. Again, he's going to run towards this line, so he's going to go 1, 2. This guy's going to go 1, 2, because if they are off of the line, they would rather be down as opposed to over, so vertical as opposed to horizontal. But actually, he's going to end up there because of the +2. This guy's also going to move further. And this guy's going to move all the way down to me, and he's going to attack me. If I took this hit, it would be really bad because he's a hexed blade, and so I would take, or a cursed blade, so I would take a hex. I'm going to use my old wooden shield, it's the last one I have, in order to block that attack. Alright, so I am now in the thick of it, which is not good. I'm going to use 2 daggers to take out this guy, which is good. That does not go there. And then I'm going to march 1 here. So as long as this guy doesn't get any more movement, I should be okay. And then I'm going to use weapons dealer as well as the bazaar ability, because the monopoly guy only happens for 1 round, in order to trash 2 cards. So I'm going to trash both of these. which gives me 6, which is really just 5. I'm going to take a conditioning so that, nope, I'm going to take a flail. Flail allows me to kill him in one blow. It also allows me to thin my deck a little bit faster. So that's what I'm going with. Here's hoping. Actually, I need to shuffle these back into here because the Swift of Foot had a reshuffle icon. So I'm going to shuffle all these. I want to shuffle it really good because I don't want the Swift of Foot to come back. All right, flipping. Good shot. All ranged enemies get +1 range. This guy's not a ranged enemy. That's a great pull right there. So we're going to flip number 6. We're going to see who's coming at us. 4 on 16. All right, so we now have 2 enemies coming in, which means we need to figure out whether they're going to be adjacent when they come out or staggered. Because it is an even number that they're coming in on, that means that they're going to be adjacent to each other. So they're going to be like that. If it was an odd number they came in on, they would be split off as 1 by 1s. That's just so that if you have them staggered as opposed to adjacent, certain cards are less powerful. It's just one of those things that we had to do so that certain cards weren't overpowered. And it helps increase the variety as far as things coming at you. So, could be a lot worse. These are just regular bow guys. So they're gonna go bump, 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 bump. And this guy's gonna go bump, bump. And this guy's gonna go bump, bump. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. Draw another one. I definitely want to take out that poison guy, but I think my javelin will be in my hand this time, which is good. All right, it is. Plus I had my metal shield just in case. So I'm going to javelin this guy, take him out. Don't need to worry about the poison guy anymore. The Monopoly, or the Bazaar is open, so I'm going to sell a dagger. I'm selling a dagger because I'm taking priority of them since they're only half of a hit over marches. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Shoot, I really wanted 10. I'm going to get another javelin because those are definitely paying off. So, flipping the next power card, Marksman. All ranged enemies get +2 ranged. Again, not the end of the world. These guys won't be within range. It does have a reshuffle icon, so we need to remember that. Flipping this. 2 and a 12. So 1 red guy's coming in. Red guy's a fire arrow, which is sort of rough because I can't hide in the forest. And he's going to move 2. Actually, he doesn't move first. He does come in at a 12. Okay, bump, bump. Bump, 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 bump. Cool. So in order, if there's fast guys, they move first, then regular guys move, then anyone pulling a war machine moves. If you're going in a certain category, then you do from the bottom up. If there's the same, or if there's ones on the same row, you go from left to right. I'm just sort of explaining this as I go. So not a bad pull. Forgot to move this guy. He's gonna move like that. Okay, so I have only 4 here, which means I need to draw 3 from here. This is where the humans really start to shine because they're grabbing a bunch of cards. And if you have high economy cards like a javelin out there, it's really going to start paying off as you get to the later game. Getting to that point can be real rough though, which is why playing as the humans is sometimes risky. But it seems to be paying off as I'm getting some good cards in here. All right, so weapons dealer plus I'm in the bazaar. I'm going to sell 2. I'm going to sell a march and a dagger, so that's 6. I've also got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to grab a crystal shard for 10, and that's all I'm going to do. I could buy something more expensive, but I want a crystal shard real bad. So because I'm playing this on hard mode, I put in a couple of my favorite cards. The crystal shard, I get to essentially put down a crystal shard token, and as long as I'm adjacent to that crystal shard token, I get to draw an additional card each turn. So super helpful, will definitely help me out in the future. I need to get it out there, but super gonna pay off. So let's see what power card I get. ambush right. So they're going to come in from this way. Oh shoot, that's actually not going to happen because I need to reshuffle from the marksman card. So let's reshuffle this quick. Smokescreen. Enemies can't be attacked except by area of effect attacks or at a range of 1. So that's not that big of a deal. All right, so let's see what we get. A 4 and a 1. So 4 is 3 green guys. That is not a good pull. So 3 green guys are coming out and they're starting at 1. Again, because 1 is odd, they're going to be staggered. So they're going to go like that. This guy is going to move 1, 2. These guys are going to move 1, 2, and 1, 2. Yep. And this guy's going to go 1, 2 because he has to go around the lava in the fastest way possible. These guys are trying to get to this line, so this guy's going to move 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. All those guys have moved. We're done with that. Let's get to the good stuff, which is me buying things. So I really want to get my crystal shard this turn because that'll help out a lot. I've got 4, 5, 6, 7. The other really fun one to play with in this scenario is when you play with the dwarves, because the dwarves essentially can kill anything with a dagger, so you don't have to worry as much about getting rid of those, which just leaves you a lot of stuff to do at the beginning. So I'm going to use my crystal shard, which did come into my hand, which is great. I'm going to sit it right here, because just in case at some point they come in from this way, I can get out of the village without having to worry about leaving the crystal shard behind. And I do need to place it adjacent to one of my guys. So again, a really good pull. I'm going to trash a march and a dagger because I have a weapons dealer. So that's 6. And then I've got another 6 here, 13. So I'm at 13. I'm going to grab a quick hands for 12. So as you can see, I'm thinning out my deck real quick. Wow, this is going actually much better than expected, but I always say that and then things upgrade and then it's real bad for everybody. So I'm gonna flip this one, swift of foot, so everyone gets +2 movement. Not optimal, I could get rid of it, but I think I'm gonna be okay because I think I'll be able to block his with my shield. So I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, okay, so I gotta pull my whole thing because I'm next to this and I'm the humans, which is great. So I'm gonna keep that as is. 7 and 2. So 1 orange comes out, crap, and then 2. So he comes out here, here, because it was a 2. Again, he can't attack me, but I can't use the bazaar this round. This guy's gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's gonna attack me. I'm just gonna move everyone else first. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, oh shoot, I'm definitely taking a hit this round. Crap. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is actually not great. Because I did not realize that this guy was going to get in range, but I already said it, I'm going to stick with it. So I've got all of these. I'm going to block the poison guy with my metal shield. So this guy does not hit me. However, I'm still in range of the fire arrow guy, and I do not have any other defensive things. So I'm going to take a damage, which is not great. Also, it sort of stinks because now these fire or regular arrow guys are within range and these poison guys are coming up on me. So I thought I was doing great. I'm still doing great, but not as great as I thought. So let's see what happens. I'm going to shoot. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay. I'm going to use a javelin to kill off. Oh no, that is not good. Alright, so the fire arrow guy can't get to him and also get to safety from the regular arrow guys, and they're going to be coming into range pretty quickly. What I want to do is get into this forest space over here, but if I do that, I can't kill the fire arrow guy, which is not good. So there's that. So I think I have to take 1 damage by going back here from the fire arrow guy and just let these guys move a little bit closer. So if I had 1 more movement card, I should have bought a unicorn instead of a quick hands, because then I could move faster. So use 1 javelin, take out this guy, buy a poison guy. Gonna use another javelin to take out this guy. Not that he's really that scary, but it wouldn't be good. I'm then going to move 2, so 1, 2, into the forest, which he's going to still be able to hit me, but that's okay. I'm going to weapons deal. I'm going to weapons deal a quick hands actually, which is dumb, but I don't have any cards in my deck because I'm drawing all of them, so the quick hands isn't really helping me. So I'm going to get a unicorn instead, and so I sold that for 11. This is 11, so I have 4 left to buy with, and I'm going to grab a pocket change just for kicks and giggles. Okay, so all of that goes away. All of that's my discard pile. This gets reshuffled because it was swift of foot, which has been the bane of my existence this game, which is not good. I'm definitely going to take a damage from the fire arrow guy. So I'll be at 2 out of 3. I want to stay alive in there as long as possible, because the longer you can stay in the bazaar, the thinner you can get your deck. But then again, I am doing well as far as thinning my deck out, so I'm not too worried. So, huzzah! Ice Blade. Enemy melee attacks that cause damage also freeze the unit. Not a big deal. I'm not planning on getting hit by melee this turn. 4 and 4. So number 4 is 3 black guys, so 3 regular arrow guys. And we're going on 4. Again, because it's even, they're going to be adjacent to each other. And again, like I said, there's all sorts of prototypes that I threw in here, so disregard the random square ones. Okay, let's see what happens. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This guy is going to move. He's got a range of 3, so he's going to hit the forest space, which is unblockable. So I'm going to take a damage from that. This guy's going to move 1, 2. He can't hit me because I'm in the forest. This guy's going to move 1, 2. Can't hit me because I'm in the forest. This guy's going to go 1, 2. This guy's going to go 1, 2. This guy's going to go 1, 2. So it's like a little line of poison guys just coming at me. So that was just a real quick clip of sort of how this game plays, gives you an idea of how the things move. There's all sorts of stuff that you haven't seen, apocalypse cards, the dragon, all of that. I just wanted you to get a feel for how the game plays and how things move and things of that nature. So thanks for playing a couple of rounds with me on the solo co-op mode. Don't want to give away all the secrets just yet. So yeah, back Ignite on Kickstarter. Thanks so much.